Let's talk connection cheat codes. 5 neuroscience secrets that shift any conversation. So tip number 1, you want to lower resistance and increase connection in, 3 seconds flat. This powerful technique is backed by neuroscience that helps people feel seen, safe, open, and it really only takes a few words. And we're talking about naming that emotion. Now, have you ever been in a conversation where, someone was clearly agitated, but didn't say it? You kind of know, right? The tension's thick, maybe they're not making eye contact. Now imagine saying, sounds like you're frustrated. The tip is to name the emotion. And the reason that it works is labeling emotion activates the prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of the brain, and calms the amygdala, the fight or flight part. That means that their threat brain, it powers down and their thinking brain powers up. It's not about being right. It's about giving their nervous system a signal saying, you're safe, I see you. Now, if you're with a client, it might sound like this. It sounds like you're frustrated with the delays. I want to talk through what's in our control right now. Maybe with a teammate, it's like, hey, it seems like that last minute change caught you off guard. Me too. Let's debrief. With your spouse, it might be, you look tense. How can I help? Can I listen, give advice, or just stuff you with food? So just let me know in the comments how it goes. And before I get into the other 4 tips, I want to introduce myself. I am Jennifer Little Fleck, the founder of BrainCelling, architect of the brain-to-brain communication model, and the How to Speak Brain movement. I'm a co-author with Chris Voss, trained elite sales teams on 5 continents. And when it comes to decoding behavior, I don't teach scripts. I teach signals, custom techniques for the moment. With a background in molecular biology, functional genomics, I love bridging hard science with hardwired influence. I love biology. I love how we evolved as humans and how that influences our ability to communicate with one another right now, right here. If you've ever felt unheard, misread, misunderstood, it's not a flaw in your message. It's a gap in your strategy, and that's what I fix. I teach you the things that you didn't know about your brain. I will give you more aha moments than you could ever imagine. You will wonder why no one has taught you this before. Follow me, subscribe, stay close, because once you learn how to speak brain, you'll stop winging conversations. You'll start controlling outcomes. This isn't about communication. It's about neural strategy. It's grounded in biology, built for persuasion, designed to cut through the noise and trigger change. So if you're ready to get heard, get real, and get results, welcome. We're just getting started. All right, tip number 2. Are you accidentally making people feel defensive without knowing it? If you've ever asked someone, why did you do that? And watch them shut down, then this tip is for you. I'm going to give you a smarter way to ask questions that open minds instead of trigger defenses. So think about it. Why? Sounds like you're challenging their logic. It works in philosophy class, but not in everyday influence. So tip number 2, avoid why if you want honesty. In neuroscience, like I said, why triggers the brain's threat detector. It can feel like an interrogation. So try curiosity framing instead. What made you curious about that? With a client, instead of, why did you cancel that contract? Say, what prompted the shift in direction? With a teammate, instead of, why did you change the plan? To, hey, what led you to tweak that approach? With your spouse, instead of, why are you upset? Say, what's been weighing on you today? Practice one of those curiosity-based questions today, and then drop your favorite into the comments. Now on to tip number 3. Have you ever felt stuck in a conversation, or you notice that somebody else is kind of stuck in the conversation? This question helps a lot. Now we're flipping the script on overwhelm. So if someone feels drained, low energy, negative, there's one question that re-engages their brain fast. Now imagine you're with someone who is saying, there's just too much going on. Instead of sympathizing, maybe say, all right, hey, out of everything on your plate right now, what's actually energizing you? What are you stoked about? So the tip is shift their focus to shift their state. Our brains default to problems, and this question triggers strength-based thinking. It activates the prefrontal cortex and rebalances attention towards possibility. So with a client, it might be, hey, what part of this project is still exciting you? With a teammate, it might be, hey, what's actually giving you momentum this week? With your spouse, it might be, hey, what's been a bright spot for you today? Try some of these questions today and just see how it changes the energy in the room. All right, tip number 4, want to build instant trust? Say what they're already thinking. This one line builds trust fast because it tells someone else's brain, hey, you're safe here. Now with me, let's imagine presenting a new idea and the room is quiet. You sense the hesitation. You say, you know what? You might be wondering if this is worth your time. Say what they're silently thinking. This tactic deactivates the amygdala and builds psychological safety. You're not guessing thoughts. You're naming predictable resistance. So with a client, it might sound like, you might be thinking that this sounds too good to be true, and I totally get it. With a teammate, it might be, you might be wondering if this new approach is going to add to your workload. With your spouse, it might be, you might be thinking that I'm not really listening right now, and I get it. That's fair. So try to call the concern out in your next pitch or discussion with someone, and let me know what shifts. Tip 5, you can make someone feel like they belong in just 10 seconds. So now we're unlocking a fast track to connection. It's not about being charming. It's about creating safety for the social brain. So you meet someone new, and instead of diving into details, you say, most people here are just like you. They're just figuring it out, but they're sharp and curious. So tip number 5, belonging quiets the social brain. Neuroscience shows that the need to belong is as core as food or safety. Simple language that signals safety and unlocks trust and engagement. So with a client, it might be, other clients we work with also felt uncertain in the beginning. It's totally normal. With a teammate, it might be like, everyone on this team has had a messy first week. You're in great company. With your spouse, hey, I know we're both figuring this out, but I'm in it with you. Try one belonging phrase today. Share how it felt in the comments. And if you want to build deeper trust in less time, subscribe to this channel and send this video to someone else who needs to hear it. If you're the curious type who likes to be in the know, click the link below and get the guide on how to speak brain, or watch a little masterclass, or do both. I will teach you how to be the person that everyone listens to.